Hey Tim, I just want to show you a few things on Infusionsoft, which is now actually called Keep, K-E-A-P. When you log in, you're going to obviously click on Feldus here, double click. This is the home page. Gives you kind of a rundown. It's kind of like a dashboard, and you can edit this dashboard. You can add other things to it. You can add widgets, and so you can see what it is you want to see. This shows the amount of total contacts we added in the last 30 days. Obviously, that's an upload. So in time, we'll have a better sense of how many people we're adding organically. So to edit the emails in various campaigns, what you do is you come up here to this top bar here and you go to the CRM and you go into Campaign Builder. Click on that. And these are all the campaigns that we have built through Get You Wired, which is why it says GUW. And these are all basically skeletons of campaigns that we need to go and add content to. So for instance, you would go into Mother's Day. So this is the campaign. And without making it more complicated than it needs to be, basically every campaign has something that triggers it, which is what these are here. These are various tags that we've assigned to contacts. As contacts come into Infusionsoft, they are tagged according to how they behave. With the new interface with FAS, that'll get more and more elaborate. And so then you go into what's called a sequence. So within this sequence, if I double click that, this is basically the heart of the campaign. So the minutia of the tagging and all that isn't really something you should worry too much about. But you can kind of look and see based on these time clocks when these emails will go out. So you have a time clock that says run on the first Sunday in May at 2:15 p.m. and then that'll trigger this email. Then again and again, right? So this one will create this email. And there are different ways you can edit these time clocks. The rationale behind what they did here, I think, has to do with the fact that Mother's Day is never a set day, but the second Sunday of the month. So this is something that we would have to probably edit from year to year to make sure that these will hit on the days we want. We have the option of clicking on these time clocks and changing how we do it. Right now it's set the day of the week, but we could change that to a specific date if we want to do it that way. Anyway, so the crux of it is where we want to start with is to go into this first email. All right. And basically what you have is, basically a standard template of an email based on what I've sent in the past. Over time, we're going to get educated on some of the different principles that will help us get more engagement on the emails. But this is pretty in line with where we've been in the past, for better or for worse. So you have these blocks over here that you can use to edit the email as need be. They're also set up to drag and drop. So say, for instance, you're like, okay, well, I like the email, but when I look at it, it seems like this is more text than we need. Well, you can just click on it and edit that and do whatever you want in here. You could also move things around by just dragging and dropping them. So that's basically, pretty simple email builder based on the way a lot of other builders are made. Say, for instance, you look at this and we test the email and we look at it and we say, wow, this image looks pretty big. We'd click on it and we can reduce the size of this image so that it comes down to size a little bit. And basically all these emails that they put in there are going to need a little bit of finessing here and there. So one of the things that's important is, first of all, these images are images that were probably maybe in an email that we did in the past that Get You Wired just replicated, or they might have even just chose based on images they liked. I really don't know. But we can click on an image and put change image, right? And this is our image library, which is at this moment not what we need. So you would go in and click browse, and that's going to be like any other upload. So any image that you're looking to change it to, you would have on your desktop already, so that when you browse it, you can click it. It'll drop it in to this area here, into our image library for the future, and it will update it here. Then we're going to go in and make sure that we edit the name of the item, the price of the item. This is a button, and buttons are edited over here, up in this left-hand corner here. So that can be a price, it could be text, it could be shop now, it can be starting at. So there are different ways that we can approach that. Okay, obviously there's some towers, flowers text in here from the previous email. You click on it. All right, we're going to change this. All right, so that it's what we want it to be. Okay, so if you were to say, I want to, I'd like a couple more images in here, well, you can go and click on a block, right, and you can duplicate this block. Right, I believe it's going to throw it down at the bottom. Let's see where we can find it. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, so there it is. So this is a duplicated block. And we can size this, we can drag it and drop it, we can use this as a way to create a new block easily with the intention of completely changing the image and the name and the pricing. So it's a quick way to create a block that mimics this, but then you edit it and change it however you want. If you want to get rid of something, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to press the garbage can, delete it. All right. If you want to take a look at this, there's two ways you can do this. One is you can preview it.